completely sidelined. I understand you must be going through things, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best. But it's also hard for me to see how you're responding to online right now and the approaches you are taking to your current circumstances. In regards to my position as a client and my channel and finances, I would feel much more comfortable if I could be released from the contract so I can go back to focusing on what is important to me, and that is my channel and making videos for my audience. Hopefully that sounds agreeable, and if you could let me know, that would be great. Hope you're having a good day, Gavin. And I do get a response later that day. Not a problem at all, Gavin. I'll get you offboarded this week, Joshua. I was like, he just literally, he wrote K. He was like, not reading all that. Sorry it happened. That is literally what it felt like. I was like, okay. But like, at least he said yes. He said not a problem. I was like, oh my God, amazing. Amazing. I was actually so happy. So I followed it up. I said, let me know if there's anything I can do on my end. I appreciate it. That was the 14th of June. I heard nothing again from that. So I followed up again on the 16th of June, 2 days later. And again, I'm giving him 2 days to respond. And I feel like that's enough. When he's my YouTube manager, I feel like that's enough time to go. I say, hi Joshua. Hope you're doing okay. If you got a moment, could you let me know what the next steps for the offboarding are? Is this a relatively quick process? Do I need to sign anything? Do I need to remove access to my studio? Let me know when you can and have a good day. That was on the 16th of June. And then...
Think safety. Think Granger. For trusted products to lock, anchor, contain, and protect. Granger. Call, click, or just stop by. It's hard for us to imagine a life with 31, so we're going to try this.
He does sound a lot more. He does. Especially the Julie sounds. Hey Gavin, I understand why what you've seen online would make you incredibly uncomfortable. If I were only viewing the situation through the limited lens of drama channels and commentary videos, I'd probably feel shocked and angry too. Can I just point out, anything that I said about the stuff that's happening with Adam McIntyre online, that was a footnote in that massive email that I sent with all of my concerns. I had paragraphs upon paragraphs upon paragraphs with my concerns of how I've been treated as a client and everything else. One paragraph where I said, it's making me uncomfortable. I don't like what you're doing online. The only reason this is happening is because Adam never told me he didn't like the idea of the dog and decided to publicly shame me and my wife instead. I reached out privately. He could have said it was a bad idea. He ranted on a video and live stream without ever communicating with me after years of being chill with one another.
Damn, I can't believe that just happened.
I don't need to know. I genuinely do not need to know. My email was not regarding the drama online. I don't agree with what Josh is doing online. I really don't. Again, it was making me so freaking uncomfortable seeing all of that unfolding.
Damn, where's my sharpener? Damn it.
I filmed a video last weekend. I think Adam posted his video. Joshua David Evans just threatened me. I think maybe the day before I left to go on this trip. And that's what I was thinking of. I'm trying to film this big video for my channel that I'm posting in a couple of months. And this is in the back of my mind. I'm like, what's my YouTube manager doing? What's happening? What's going on? And it's so weird. But again,
where is my sharpener?
That email, because leading up to that moment, so much had happened that
Found it.
I wanted to get out anyway. But the stuff that was happening online with Adam, that was the last straw for me.
So I'm reading Legendborn.
I need to get out of this.
I'm like 100 pages in. It's like a 400-page book. YA books have gotten so much thicker since I was a kid. And when I was little, I could devour books, but now that I'm older, it's the struggle.
To be honest about how I feel I've been treated, and you're saying I'm acting emotionally reactive rather than grounded. You open up this email about something totally unrelated to my situation, and you're going to that you're surprised. What surprised me wasn't your reaction. It was that after all the conversation we had, the rapport we built. I'm sorry, but again, I'm your client. And again, you have been lovely in those calls. Absolutely. I'm not attesting that. I'm not saying you were awful.
Yeah, so I'm reading it. I know very little about it. I just like know that shit, sorry.
That all you've ever done is treat me with kindness. This is about your job. This is about the job that I was expecting from you. This is about me giving you 10%.
I just like knew that like I knew that her like mom died.
I'm like, wait, hang on, are you trying to say that?
Hi, Judith.
My concerns
Judith.
are valid?
Sorry.
I gave you a massive email telling
So like I vaguely knew her mom died. I kind of forgot when I picked it up, and I knew it was like not based in like Merlin myth, but it used King Arthurian legend as like a backdrop, or like, you know, it was like world building. And like I was like, oh shit, cool. Da-da-da. So imagine my surprise when I started reading and she was talking about like grieving her mom, and I was tearing up because I lost my dad a while ago. And I was like, no, this getting me. I was like crying for real, and I was like, damn, how fucking dare she? I just want to read about wizards. I want to read about black girl magic. I did not come here to cry. But like the first couple chapters was really rough for me, actually. No joke. Thank you. Fuck me. Fuck. Okay. You said that too soon, Judith. You said that too soon. You jinxed me. I don't think I'll ever forgive you for that, to be honest. I blame you. Okay. What color goes with purple? I gotta look up the color wheel real quick. Sorry. Purple is a cool color. So if I want her to stand out, I should do a warm. If I want it to go together, I should do like a pink for her dress. That sounds about right. Yeah. Look at the color wheel right now. Yeah. A pink is a little warm. But I feel like blue, I don't like purple and blue. I don't think it's like a popular combination, but I do not care for purple and blue. So I'm looking for it. Oh, here's a call. Maybe when I draw hands. Here comes the bride. Here comes the bride. All dressed in white. Is that the real lyrics to the song? Alright. So.
Yeah, he's talking about his videos releasing, like, which honestly I watched, and that video was awful. The video, oh my god. It just solidified him even more. Like,
I really like an anime when they all have like crazy colors. Crazy purple. One, it makes them more distinct, and two, it's just fun. Even when it's like not a fantasy, I love it.
The more we talked, I was like, this is unhinged, this is so bad. I can't believe this. And he's talking about Adam here. They have added their own twist to this entire situation and doubled down to the point where it seems so black and white. I'm trolling online on purpose because that is exactly what these people want and function off of. They picked a fight.
Sorry, a bug flew by me.
The victim because I decided to not remain silent. You're purposefully goading people online. This is the behavior I'm seeing of you. honestly, if I had no idea what this whole Adam McIntyre situation was, I would still be concerned. And why are you provoking people online? This is not.
I don't know where the second pen came from.
I'm scared of you. The stuff you're posting online, I'm scared of you. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe the way it was going on, and this video is not about that. But this is Josh admitting he's doing it on purpose. He's trolling people online on purpose. What? How is that the right way of going about things? If you feel slighted by Adam, why are you purposefully goading him and his followers? It doesn't make any sense. The only person who's looking bad in this is you. You're acting terribly. You're admitting you're acting terribly. You're making everything so much worse. My video was a calm discussion about a handful of simple moments that got twisted, amplified, and turned into something much bigger than they ever were. The main thing I remember from the video you posted was that you said at 12 years old you were out skateboarding, whereas Adam at 12 years old was bullying you.
I got my markers.
And Adam was groomed and abused by your ex-wife at 12 years old. I don't get that. You're talking about how scared you were that these documentary people reached out to you, and how, it's bringing all these memories back, and I feel traumatized and triggered by it. And I just
Sorry, I'm putting some Aquaphor on.
And so you were saying that was your initial reaction. And yeah, I seem to recall in a message to Adam, you said, I have the same gut instinct about these people as I did with Swoop. I don't get it. I could see the narrative changing as the video was going on.
Should I use marker for her dress? Should I use marker? I know I want her dress to be pink. A light pink. Pastel, maybe. It's a good color.
The constant goading of Adam and his followers, that is twisting everything. That is amplifying things. That is taking things out of control. You're doing that. You are doing that. Unfortunately, what you're watching is also the kind of content that tends to generate attention, views, and revenue. Hot meat kettle. Hot meat kettle. I'm reading that, I'm just like, again, I didn't ask. But I'm seeing the hypocrisy. Had you reached out, I would have gladly shared the full context, the timeline. I didn't want to know. I genuinely didn't want to know. My email was not about that. And the receipts that show how all of this actually unfolded. Instead, you're seeing a version of events being narrated by someone who has already decided what the story is. I've heard your side of the story now. I watched that video you posted. I'm on Adam's side. That said, I genuinely respect your position. If you've decided you'd like to exit the agreement, I can absolutely make that happen. I just need a little time. These decisions are made by me alone, and an abrupt contract termination requires conversations with the people responsible for approving those requests. It'll likely take about a week for me to get in front of the right people and work through the process properly.
Sorry, I just gotta.
Honestly, just panicking again because I'm like, you're doing so much online right now. You're goading people online. You're provoking people online. Are you actually going to focus on this and help me as soon as possible to get out of this contract? Or are you just going to continue ignore my emails? And I was right. For what it's worth, this has been a very difficult and personal situation for me. If you ever take the time to watch my interview with Swoop, you'll probably notice pretty quickly that the way the story is being framed online doesn't line up with the reality of what that interview proved about who I've always been as a person. I mean, I feel like that's weaponizing, again, his mental health. I feel that's weaponizing his documentary with Swoop, which happened 3 years ago. People can change since then. That could have been a mask. I don't know. I was one of the many millions of people who watched the documentary since they came out. And yeah, I had a great opinion of you after that. I did. But now I'm genuinely terrified of you. I'm genuinely terrified of you. I'm terrified that I'm going to have no money for the next couple of months. I'm terrified that I'm going to get a cease and desist from this video. I'm terrified that I'm not going to be heard from anyone at Studio 71 because I haven't actually talked to anyone from Studio 71 except you. I'm so backed into a corner right now, and I have no idea what to do. So if you want to weaponize your mental health, I've just sent you, Josh. I sent you, and this is what's probably made me I sent you a massive email, completely the most vulnerable email I've ever sent anyone. And I'll read it out. I'll read it out because your reply to that has sickened me, and it's terrified me. It's genuinely, I couldn't speak. So don't freaking weaponize a Swoop documentary from 3 years ago Things change. You have clearly changed. What makes this especially frustrating is that none of this started with some traumatic conflict. Someone had concerns about a documentary, chose not to express those concerns to me directly, stopped responding, and then publicly criticized me and my wife. Please, 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 he didn't say your name. I just want to say this. He did not say your name. He didn't say your name. People theorize. They theorize quite a few people. They theorize quite a few people. You are not the only name mentioned. The only person who outed you was you. The only person who brought your wife into it was you. I'm so perplexed. It's saying everything that's happening online. I'm feeling gaslit from this email. Again, you didn't have to comment. You didn't have to out yourself. Oh my god. Before I even knew there was an issue, by the time I understood what was happening, the narrative had already been written. It hadn't though. Oh my god, it hadn't. It hadn't. I've spent the better part of 10 years dealing with situations where other people tell my story for me, often without context and often in ways that don't reflect the reality of who I am. I guess I had hoped that after the conversations we've had, there'd be at least enough trust to ask questions or hop on Zoom before making a decision this significant. I emailed you privately with my concerns, and you've made this all about your situation with Adam. Not one part of my concerns was even brought up in this. Instead, you said, oh, I treated you with kindness. This is how you repay me. This report that we had, and stuff like this. I'm like, I just told you my concerns. I did. I emailed you. And I took blame. I did. I accepted blame for some of the things that I didn't portray well enough. I did. And
I want to give her dark brown eyes, but because like the line is so small, I don't know if I'll be able to like actually.
I hope after the conversation we've had, there'd be at least enough trust to ask questions to hop on Zoom before making a decision this significant. But I understand that's not where you're at right now. So I don't believe the situation is nearly black and white.
See, that's what I was afraid of.
I didn't care. I'm caring more now because this is now really affecting me. What you're doing online is affecting me because I know you're not paying attention to me as a client and helping me get out of this. I do respect your decision. It doesn't. It genuinely doesn't. You're going to say how you don't respect my decision at all. Give me a little time to get in front of the appropriate people and make sure everything is spelled correctly. So I replied when I woke up. Hi Joshua, thank you for letting me know a little bit more, but the online drama was really only a footnote in the email I sent. It isn't the main reason or even a big reason as to why I want to leave the contract. You really don't need to share any more about it with me, but I would still like to go ahead with the termination. Can you give me a timeline or something that I'm not in the dark about for the next processes? You say it will take about a week to get in front of the right people. Should I email again next Wednesday to make sure things are moving along? Or if you have any further updates about it, I understand you're busy and you have events coming up, but I would appreciate being kept in the loop about this. I really do, because again, I feel like I'm such a dark about everything about my life. And again, this is my livelihood. This is everything to me. This is my job. They have all of my money. They have my finances. Everything. Absolutely everything. And I didn't get a response. He didn't tell me. And then his video premiered. He's posting all over his Instagram. He's commenting on other people's videos. Sunflower emojis. I'll probably get a fucking sunflower emoji on my video too. Using the same vernacular that people's abusers have used in the past. Like Adam's abuser, his ex-wife has used in the past. Again, not addressing that at all. What's with the sunflower emoji? What's with the say with it convo? What's with the confrontational, intimidating tactics that you're doing on purpose? You've admitted to me you've done it on purpose. You're doing all of this on purpose. He didn't respond. I just asked for a timeline. I was like, just please give me in the loop. Didn't respond. And then he's just posted another video about he's posting stories. And like, I see you online. I see you posting. You post on YouTube, Instagram, everything. You're posting everywhere. I need to send another email. Because again, the longer we leave this, the longer I'm trapped in this contract, the longer you're taking my money. And I need my money. This is going to be a really hard email to read out. Because I'm going to be very brutally vulnerable and honest about it. This is going to go into my finances.
If I never smudge the ink right here, should be perfect.
2 hours ago. Hi Joshua. Again, I understand you're incredibly busy right now, but I really do need responses and more transparency from you right now. Let me be even more honest than I was in my first email and why I have a sense of urgency in reclaiming my finances from you in Studio 71. I currently have £1,118 in the bank. I do have the USD conversions and brackets. I have credit card bills coming out next week, £162. The final payment for a location.
I'm just waiting for the white ink to dry.
I paid non-refundable deposit for months ago, £400. My water bill, £46. My council tax, £132. A bank loan repayment.
Hi. I'm just waiting for this to dry for a second.
My energy bill, £107. A PayPal Pay in 3 payment for my flights to Peru for my tour trip, as they don't pay for my flights, £992.
Alright, cool. That's dry. Flipping it over. About to set this back down. I'm most likely not going to get paid on time from Studio 71 with my money, my own money, due to international payment taking longer. It would be paid like I usually did from the last cent. That would be around the 22nd to 26th every month. But I might not get paid from Studio 71 until maybe the 2nd or 3rd of July. I still have my travel expenses to pay for to get to the location I booked to film at, and travel to a wedding of a friend at the end of July too. Trains are not the cheapest in the UK. By my calculations, I have £3,052 to pay before I get my money from Studio 71, with £1,118 in my bank. I've given Studio 71 10% of my April earnings already. I feel like I haven't benefited from anything you or Studio 71 have provided in April. I will again be paying Studio 71 10% of my May earnings when I finally get paid at the start of July. Again, I feel like I haven't received any benefits from this partnership so far. Instead, that's 20% of my previous earnings that are just gone, and I don't get to see, despite me working really hard to make sure I keep a roof over my head, pay my bills on time, and still be able to book places for videos because I do. I put myself in debt sometimes to pay for these welding videos I do because, again, that is my main priority. My job is my passion. We are 18 days in June, and I imagine Studio 71 will again be taking another 10% of my earnings from this month. And yet again, I haven't felt like anything's happened. I know I signed the contract, and that's on me. Damn, he's really crying.
But that's why I'm asking to be let go from it as soon as humanly possible, so that this isn't dragged on too longer, and then it will take even longer for me to get future payments. This is nothing personal, and you have been very lovely on the calls that we have had. I apologize if I sounded like I came across rather harsh when I didn't like the optimization report. I just felt rather deflated and disappointed that none of it was to do with my actual content, but the branding around it, the aesthetics, and not what I'm passionate about doing. My actual videos. I sent you an email on June 1st with my concerns about my finances, didn't I? You didn't reply to my concerns. You only followed up on the 3rd to make sure I got paid. But those feelings of anxiety and not having control of it does bother me more than I thought it would. I even mentioned that I was looking forward to getting control of my finances again. And that email predates all of this drama that you're in online. So this Adam situation is not the reason I've asked to be let go, but it is the last straw. When I sent the email on June 3rd, and I said all of my concerns, on June 1st, I sent all my concerns. I put a reminder on my phone on March 1st, 2027, to remind me to ask to be let go from the contract. I did that again long before this stuff with Adam started happening, and I wanted out, and I said that. I said I can't wait to get my finances again. I alluded to the fact that I want to be out of this contract before all of this stuff happened with Adam. I have a reminder on my phone for March 1st, 2027 to email to ask to be let go. I know there's a 30-day period, because otherwise the contract automatically rolls over. I know, and I put in my reminder to leave. I want to leave. I I'm watching you post videos on your YouTube channel and posting stories on Instagram where you are purposefully goading Adam and his community online. That is making me uncomfortable, absolutely. But it's also making me frustrated because I know I sent an email yesterday morning asking for what the next steps are, and instead of replying to your client, you're provoking people online. It's not behavior I want to be a part of. This is my livelihood. All the money you get from me is all of my money. I needed to live and pay my bills and support myself and pay for the things I need to do to keep doing my job. I'm just asking you to do your job. If there is any way, again, and I am pleading now for a quick turnaround, then please help me. Even if we can't cancel a contract right this minute, is there any chance at all that my upcoming May revenue will be processed as soon as Studio 71 gets it, rather than wait until the start of the month to send it? There are no additions to my revenue from Studio 71, which I imagine is why it takes a little longer to process payments. But you're only taking from me at this moment. Take the 10%, it's fine. But can this be arranged? Like, literally, take the 10%, take it. Just give me something. Give me the money that I've worked so hard to earn, the money that I've generated from posting as many videos as I could, from going to random ass places so I could film even more interesting videos. Please, like, my Google AdSense will come in the second to last week of the month or the last week of the month. It would depend. And honestly, I know it sounds like I have a really bad financial situation right now, but if I was getting paid on time, that wouldn't be the case. That would not be the case. I would be fine if I just got my money on time, and I'm just not. If I go back to get my revenue on time, I'd be fine. Usually I'll get my Google AdSense around the 22nd to 26th, so I'm assuming that's when Studio 71 gets it. If payment could be processed next week as soon as it comes in, that would be amazing. I'm hoping you're doing okay, and I hate to beg, but the unresponded emails and signs is only furthering my anxiety of this whole situation. Your help with this would be greatly appreciated. And this was me begging. I was literally on my hands and knees begging, and I don't think you understand how I've never had to send an email like that before. I never have. I've never had to. And then Josh responded. He responded quite quickly. And again, I'm like, you're able to respond quickly? Actually, before I sent that email, I used that contact form on the Studio 71 portal that the clients get. And I was like, if you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that, use this online submission form. I did. This is what I sent. And I sent it 18th of June 2026, 10:13 a.m. I sent it this morning. Hi, I'm a client of Joshua Dave Devons, and I emailed about an early termination of my contract on Sunday, which he agreed to. I did get a follow-up email yesterday morning, my time, I'm in the UK, with a bit more, and he said it would take a while for him to get in front of the right people to process this. I just want to make sure that the processes are actually moving ahead, and that this gets sorted as soon as possible. I understand Joshua is very, very busy right now, and has been very slow to responding to emails the past month in general, but I'm hopeful that this will move forward without any needless delays. Do I need to CC another email for someone from Studio 71 to the emails with Joshua, so I know that things are moving forward? What should I do next? I have asked Josh via email, but I haven't had a response about next steps, and I sent that email over 24 hours ago now. Any help will be greatly appreciated. Thank you. So that's me sending an email to someone, hopefully someone else in Studio 71. And then I get this email from Josh, and my heart just dropped. It just absolutely dropped. I can't believe this is the response I got. They will offload your channel Monday, and you will receive an email notification to the one associated with the account confirming it. You'll just need to hop on over to the earnings tab and make sure
I need to get big sunglasses.
I'll email when they confirm that it's released.
Because I'm always like squinting when I'm outside.
That's good. That's good. Okay,
I think it makes me look meaner than I am.
Thanks for reaching out to the
I mean, I am mean.
It ended up leading to a really productive
I'm not
conversation
that mean, you know?
It was clear that it's best to part ways as soon as possible. So the team I emailed with that submission, the only way I can contact anyone else is Studio 71. They've talked to Josh about it, and this very biting paragraph I get ended up leading to a really productive conversation about your channel in its future. It was clear that it's best to part ways as soon as possible. He's essentially saying that, yeah, your channel is really bad. Like, you're not going to make us any money, and you'll not be around for too much longer anyway. So, yeah, let's terminate. You're not going to do anything for us. Nice. Very nice. You know, the amount of times I've turned down opportunities for my channel, many times I've said no to things. The self-esteem, trying to prove myself every year, making bigger and better videos, and all this and the other. That's the response I get. Had to block you on Instagram, unfortunately. Started feeling pretty uncomfortable with how closely you've seemed to be following my stories and personal life, especially given how much contempt you've expressed toward me. I'm sure you understand, Gavin.
Dude, something about this paper makes it so easy for like the pen nib to catch, so then it like rips. And I don't want to rip her. She's so pretty.
Feel like your tooth sensitivity isn't severe enough to deal with? What if I told you Sensodyne has a fast and simple remedy? New Sensodyne Clinical Repair starts to repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I'm so excited to introduce this new product to patients. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing. I sent that massive email. Completely vulnerable, completely open about my current situation. Doesn't say anything about it at all. Nothing. Had to block me on Instagram. Despite us following each other, despite him posting on Instagram non-stop, despite him popping up first on my carousel whenever I open up Instagram, with more attacks at people online, again posting more stories and videos on YouTube, completely unhinged, purposefully trolling people as he has already admitted. And yet he had to block me on Instagram because he was feeling uncomfortable with how closely I seemed to be following his stories and personal life. Like we weren't following each other on Instagram. And this is my YouTube manager. He's responded to my concerns by blocking me on Instagram. I sat there speechless from that. I am speechless. I've just sent you the most vulnerable email I've ever sent someone as a reply, and that's your response. I followed you on Instagram for years. You kept posting stories. You kept popping up on the front of my carousel. Of course, I was going to click on your stories when I'm waiting for a response from you as, again, your client. This is concerning. I can't believe
Thank you,
this.
I love Minecraft.
Please at least reply to my financial situation. And now I don't know what to do. He's blocked me on Instagram. I haven't heard a peep from Studio 71. I can't just remove their access from my YouTube studio because the contract says if I do that, they can hold my money, the money that they feel like they deserve. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Apparently, I'm getting offboarded on Monday. Right? It is currently Friday as I'm filming this. I'm going to be spending the next couple of days absolutely ridden with anxiety because I don't know if this video is going to help or if it's going to make things worse. I don't know if I'm going to get my money at all because I haven't been paid any money from May. It's now the middle of June. They're going to take at least half of the entire month of June as well. By the time Monday comes around and I get offboarded, I have so much that I have to pay for over the next couple of weeks. And I'm going to have by Monday nothing.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. It's been 30 minutes. It's enough time.
So
I'm done drawing, so.